Welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matters. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matter. I am your girl, Viv Cunningham, with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, selling the American Dream here in Central Florida. So we are broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you have your question, you can always drop your question in the chat. But this is my last show of the year. And today we're going to be talking about the referral edition. People will come in and out. But today we're going to be talking about how do we send referrals? How do we use each other and stay hyper local and send referral to each other? Normally, everyone that is inside my referral circle, I usually ask that at least they send me one referral and I send them at least one. I can send them more, depending on if I have more, but I say at least one referral. We should be sending each other. Sometimes we tend to get a little greedy, but I think there's more business out there for everyone. But just if we just send each other one referral just to be inside the circle. But I am so excited. Here we are in December, and I hope everyone has had their business plan together. And one of my little thing is that I do is at the end of the year, on my credit cards, what I do is all the things that are on your credit card that you're spending money on and you don't really need, go ahead and either you cancel your credit card, or if not, streamline and take some of these things off and cancel the things. Just to give you a little story of what happened to me at the end of the year this year. My main website that I have, it kept going up and up and up. It started out at about $60, and then all of a sudden they jumped it to 80, and then they jumped it to 100 and something. You know what? I called them about a month ago and I said, you know what, go ahead and cancel it. Because you guys keep raising it, and it's not doing me any good. You just keep raising it. So what they did is they sent me back an email and says, well, you can keep the site if you want to at the same price. Yeah. So why you keep raising the price? Why you keep raising the price? But anyway, I have Jennifer on here. I think Jennifer is trying to log on. I'll wait till she logs back on. But Beverly, go ahead and introduce yourself and say who you are, what you do, where you're located, and how do you help the community?
Hi, I'm Beverly. I'm a realtor with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, and I am the buyer rep for Vivine. And, I help customers to achieve their dream as to real estate. Thank you.
Okay, so referral in our community is so important. Whether you're volunteering, you're sending a referral, whatever you're doing. Majority of my business is referral. I would say maybe 90% of my business is referral, and it comes from all over. It comes from out of state. So we have to treat our referral our referral partners, our referral people, we have to treat them real good, because they're the one that makes up majority of our referral, of our business. It's networking. I know Jen is usually real. Jen Jones is usually real good about the networking in the community, helping the realtors, helping, whether it's an open house or whatever it is that she's helping with, but she's just always out there. I don't know. Jennifer, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
And thank you so much, Beverly. I appreciate that.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So Jen, go ahead and talk about what you do, how you can help how you help in the community, how you help the realtors, how you help the business partners, because I know you do so much, because I get tired of all the things you're doing. Oh my gosh, girl, you got to slow down, girl.
So I'm Jennifer Jones, and I am with Superior Property Inspections, and I do anything and everything that will help in the community that I possibly can. I just feel like the more people you touch, the more good is going to come back to you. And literally anyone and everyone can help you in some way, shape, or form. So you might as well give back. And I've just been doing that my whole entire life. So I enjoy it. I really do. And I love making the connections, and I love doing the networking, and I have fun with it. So I just help and do anything that I can for anyone, really.
You know, and that's great. So Jennifer, here's how we send referral. I'm one of those when it comes to referral. You send referral to people year after year after year, and they send you nothing back. So what I do is every beginning of the year or end of the year, I reevaluate the people who I'm sending referral to. Did that person send me any referral? Even if you sent me a referral and nothing make of it, you did send me a referral. It's
Right.
not your fault because it didn't close or nothing didn't happen. I sent the referral, and that's what the important thing is. So you got to evaluate your business, just like with you. Okay, so you got to evaluate your business. These realtor that you're working with, these other vendors that you're working with, these other people that you're working with, you're putting your money out there because I know you got to put your money out to do sponsorship and stuff like that. Always remember to make sure that you are getting something back from it. If not, cut ties with them. Don't be afraid to cut ties with them if they're not sending you something, because you know what, it goes back and forth. Reciprocity. One hand washes the other. It's just, you can't just always be giving, and you're not getting nothing back from it, because you know what, after that, you're going to be like the broker or a poorer, because I'm serious. I'm welcome, Michelle. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi,
Hello.
Michelle.
Hi,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah. So we were just talking about Michelle. We were just talking about the sending of business and the sending of referrals and how it works. We send a referral, but you got to remember the other person on the other end also has to send a referral. It's not, a lot of lenders or a lot of people are always just their hands out. Their hands is always out. They're holding their hands out, but they're not giving anything.
Right.
Okay? You got to remember when you give, you're not really expecting to get, but you're sending something. It's not somebody that's always just giving. They're giving your money, they're giving your time, but yet this person don't even never ever send you a referral. And sometimes you reach out to these people and says, "How can you never send me a referral?" They all said, "I don't have any referral." What do you mean you don't have any referrals? Okay, so that means you should be calling some people.
Right.
So Jennifer, was talking. She was talking about how she helps the community, and I was just telling her that I get tired of keeping up with her because she's all over the place. She helps everybody, but just like I said, Jen, you gotta evaluate your time that you spend with these people. Are they sending you inspections? Okay, I also sent Michelle your information because she has a neighbor that is I think he's doing his inspection thing, so he's looking for somebody. So I told her your husband is the inspector. You're just the marketing guru of the group.
Thank you, Viv. I appreciate that. Michelle, if you have any questions, just please reach out. I thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. A neighbor actually who is preparing to be an inspector, so she's going through her certification in the classes now, and so she'll need someone to kind of sit under. And if you're open to take someone on to learn the business, that would be great. But I did give her your information, and we can go from there.
Yeah, Jennifer, go ahead and tell some of the things that you do, because right now with me, I just finished teaching my last class for Orange County down payment assistant, and go ahead and explain some of the things that you do. Whether your WinMit, your 4-point, and I know that your husband just got his pest control license. So just go ahead and talk about your business a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So we do any type of residential or commercial home inspections. I do the sales and marketing. I apologize if the dogs bark. It's thunder over here.
Okay.
What's the name of your business?
It's
Jennifer?
Superior Property Inspections. And like I was saying, he does residential and commercial home inspections. And he will actually be in his 1 month evaluation for the WDO, but it's he's like working on with another company because, you know, you have to go to years of schooling with that. But yes, it will be more of a one-stop shop coming January. And we're very excited about it. So
I'm
thank you so
excited
much.
too. I'm excited. That is so cool. Yes, that
It
is.
is.
I
Yep.
like the one-stop shop. So my buyers doesn't have to worry about sending, finding a different person for the WDO and stuff like that and coordinating. So I like that. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. We're very excited.
Yes. Now, tell the group how far do you go out, so at least they know what's your stopping point. And with me, I go out about an hour and 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't go no further than that.
We cover all of Central Florida and all surrounding areas. We do go further than an hour or 2 hours. We really are here to form those connections within the community. And if there's an agent that has used us multiple times and she has someone that's looking 2 hours away and they trust us and they want us to go, we're absolutely going to go for them. We really do believe in forming those relationships and, you know, just continuing to give that good service wherever it should be. Obviously, if it's worth it, we don't want to go to Miami for a $75 wind mitigation, but you know, we would, you know, help in any way that we possibly can.
Right. Now, how many people do you have? How many team members do you have that goes out and do the inspections?
Currently, it's just my husband that's doing the inspections. That's why we do the 7 days a week.
Okay, I got you. And that's fine. That's fine. You know, for now, you have to start someplace. So that's where you start. I know he's newly in the business, but I know he's doing really well.
Yes, he is. Well, he's actually been licensed and doing it for about 5 years, but new with just not being a partner, just having his own, which is, you know, was launched in May. So he has been doing it for many years, but he does have people that he will be bringing on. We're just very much so fine tuning that.
Yes, that's good. That's awesome. So Michelle Neighbor might be a good thing to like a trainee to kind of, you know, throw him out there and kind of, you know, teach him a thing or two, you know. So but that's why we do this, you know, because, you know, each one tell one, you know, somebody, you tell somebody. People are always calling with me. I get people calling me and texting me daily, you know, weekly about who do I refer to, whether it's an insurance company. I did invite I think I did invite the insurance company on here. I don't know. I'm sure I did. I invited a whole bunch of people because it's been a couple of weeks out. Yeah, I did invite somebody insurance because I want that when we're sending referral, we know our people. You know, it's a circle of referral that we know that we can trust, and we can say, hey, go to Superior Inspection, and I know they're going to do a good job. I'm not going to worry about it because they're going to be able to send back the inspection in time for us to, you know. And my thing is, you know, some sellers might says I might put 10 days on the contract. Some seller might says, well, we need it done in 7 days. You know what? Then what I do is pick up the phone and call my inspector that I'm going to refer my buyer to and says, hey, can you get this inspection done in 7 days? If not, if you can't get it done in 7 days, then I'm, you know, move on to the next person, you know. But what I do is I kind of do a rotation because being in the business now 16 years, I have built close relationship with quite a few inspectors. I try not to do too many. I do about 4 inspectors because you don't want to get overwhelmed by, you know, a whole bunch of inspectors. But what I do is I concentrate on the inspectors that send me business, are always being a part of my networking or being a part of my you know, whatever event you know, they sponsor it or something like that. So those are the people that I use. It's the same thing in Women's Council. You know, we urge people to use the people that are inside the network, inside the circle, you know. So you know, so our circle can, you know, eventually grow bigger. But you know, we have to, you know, use the people. And I think you know, when you guys came on, I told you that I'm telling you, majority of my business is referrals. Now, you know, I don't do as much advertising. I do a lot of Facebook posting, and all the Facebook posting that you guys are seeing, I'm not the one that's doing it. I hire somebody from the Philippines, and she works 5 days a week, even though 7 days a week. Most of the time she's working. She worked 5 days a week, and she's the one that does all my marketing and stuff like that. So Every time you see something post or something like that, she's the one that does it. All I do just send her a message. I talk to her on Skype. I talk to her on Skype, and I just send her a message and says, "Hey, this is what I need. That's what I need." And every morning, she and I, about every Monday morning about 10 o'clock, and then my morning is her night. So it's 5 o'clock here in the night. So that means it's 5 o'clock in the morning where she is. So 10 o'clock in the morning is for me, for the United States, it's 10 o'clock at night in the Philippines. So she helps me out a lot, and she does a lot to, but that's how we keep it in the referral business. So Jen, tell everyone, how do you price the houses? How does the houses get priced? Does it go by the square footage? And then kind of tell them also what kind of inspection that you do. I know you do the windmill. Do you have people that also, let's say there was a well or there was a septic tank, do you have people that you can connect to, in order to refer the buyers to if they have to get those inspections done?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So the pricing is done on square footage, and then we also have add-ons. And if you add on the ancillary packages while we're already there, you're going to save money rather than us come back out and have to do it. An example of that would be a 1,500 square foot house is going to run you about $338. We have all upfront honest pricing. You can ask me at any time to send you a price sheet, and I will send you that price sheet, and it is for the year. So I'm just fine tuning the 2024, and I will be having that out January 1st. But for right now, an example, 1,500 square foot house would be $338. Wow. And then if you wanted to add on a wind mitigation, it's only $50. If you want to add on a 4-point, it's $50. If you want to add on a pool and spa, it's $75. We do the sewer scoping. If you wanted to add that on, it's $100. We do the well. If you wanted to add that on, it's $100. Okay. And the WDO, like I said, will be coming very soon. We also do the new home builds, so the new construction, and we have pricing for that. We do the pre-drywall inspections and, those insurance inspections all day, every day, those wind mitigations and 4 points. If you just need those, you don't need a full home, they're $75 each. And that is all of Central Florida.
All right. Very good. I'm glad that you're doing all of that, because I do all my new homes. I always order an inspection on them.
Yes. That's very, very, very important. We do see a lot of issues with those new constructions. And then we actually recommend for those 3 with the pre-drywall, and then right before closing, and then again for your 11-month, to make sure that before the 1-year warranty expires, they cover everything they need to cover. So we do recommend 3 on those new builds.
All right. Perfect. Thank
you so much, and I appreciate you.
Yep. I'm loving it, girl. I'm loving it. So, I have Michelle on here. So I'm going to have Michelle talk to you. And if you have any question as you listen, please feel free to. This is a lively conversation, lively chat, and keep in mind it is recorded, and I can once we're finished and I close it out, I'll share the link with you, and you can share it out, or you can log on. You can also record on your computer itself too. So this is a really cool system. The StreamYard is a really cool system where you can record. You can do local record if you want to, and then once we're finished talking, then it closes out. Once I finish closing it out, then it wraps up, and I can send you the entire thing from YouTube. So I like that. But Michelle is going to be talking, and she's going to tell you what it is that her business is. She has 2 businesses, and she also has a notary, and she's going to tell you about the other business that she has. So I'm going to give her the floor and let her explain to you, explain to the audience what it is that she does. So Michelle, you have the floor. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Awesome. Thank you, Viv. Thank you so much. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy holidays as we prepare to close out this year and enjoy the holiday. So it's a pleasure to always be a part of Your Voice Matters. Yes, I thank you, Viv, for sharing and highlighting my 2 businesses. I have a mobile notary and a loan signing agency business called the Iron Pen. It was established in 2019, and basically it's a notary service for the general public and for professional entities, title companies, attorneys, anyone that needs any type of document notarized, I can execute that for them by either going to their place of business, their home, or in a title office. I just did something last week for a repeat customer. It was for his father who's elderly. It was an insurance document. It was like an alive and well statement saying that he's every 6 months he has to report to the insurance company that he's still living, if you will. So yes, that business has been around since 2019. As a notary public for the state of Florida, we are allowed to officiate weddings. So I've done weddings as well, and of course working closely with title companies when the rates were low. I was working that full time and was very busy and just doing refinances and purchases and reverse mortgages. That's kind of definitely, slowed down. The Iron Pen is now my kind of side business. My primary business is my bread and butter, if you will. I currently work as an account executive with ResiTrade. ResiTrade offers a product called Home Price Index Protection. It's brand new, and it's an innovative product that's geared for everyone to win: the buyer, the seller, the realtor, and builders. Has anyone heard of Home Price Index Protection on the line?
I just learned about it last week.
Right, because I told you, right?
Yep, that's because you told me. Yep.
Exactly. So you're going to hear more about it. Really proud to be on board with this company to offer this great product that will be beneficial in our real estate space. And what it does, it works like a home warranty, but instead of replacing appliances or repairing systems, Home Price Index Protection protects a portion of a home's value in case of unforeseen market downturns. So it is a 1-year contract. When it expires, it's reviewed, and if that market value has declined in an agreed threshold, 10 to 20%, then the homeowner gets an automatic payout. They don't have to fill out a claim. There doesn't have to be an appraisal, and the home doesn't have to be sold. They don't have to do anything. They'll just automatically get a check, and then of course they stay in a home. And in a perfect world, the home should appreciate, and that money received, that cash payout received, would be reported as a long-term capital gain, basically. So how we are packaging it is for the listing agents, the sellers, for their client, instead of lowering the price of the home, offering Home Price Index Protection, or instead of lowering it a large dollar amount, kind of do a balance, offer maybe a $5,000 decrease in the home price, and then offering Home Price Index Protection. I work in the my territory is the St. Pete and Tampa area. So that's Hillsborough and Pinellas County. Also, that market spills over to Polk Lake and a lot of Orange County too. So basically the lowest price protection that can be purchased is $10,000. And that's running about $700 for a year contract at this time. So you can see the cost is very affordable compared to, throwing out, the baby in the bathwater, or giving away the kitchen sink and offering thousands of dollars in a price reduction. So we're really looking forward to 2024 of highlighting and showcasing and educating our real estate professionals that this is a incentive that can be offered and beneficial.
So Michelle, you talk about a 1-year contract. Who's the 1-year contract for? Is it for the seller?
It's actually the seller is buying it for the prospective buyer.
Okay, I got you.
Yep. So basically, when the home is sold, that contract is in the name of the buyer, and the buyer has it for a year as that peace of mind, that warm fuzzy. And then when the year expires, the contract is over. And if they would like to continue on, they have an option to repurchase it.
Okay, so why would they okay, so after a year, okay, so let's say the price is stabilized and it doesn't drop or whatever, why would they want to purchase it, continue after a year? Why would they want to?
Just basically for a peace of mind. We know right now the market has been pretty much appreciating on an incline, an upward incline, for the last 12 years. But just Friday, Newsweek put out an article that prices around the country are slowly starting to depreciate. You know, we've had an aggressive appreciation in our market. We have some buyers that are on the sideline thinking that whole houses are overpriced, and you know, I don't want to buy now. I'm going to wait till the prices come down. So that's kind of like, you know, a peace of mind that, you know, someone could purchase it for. But you know, to answer your question, Viv, it would be a peace of mind. It's kind of like similar to, you know, when I would get my taxes done with H&R Block. You know, they offer you, I think it's actually called a peace of mind, where, you know, you can buy for $100 in case you're audited. You know, they will, you know, do the audit for you with the IRS, or, you know, be the representation for you. But what are the odds of someone being audited? I don't know what they are. I haven't looked it up, but probably thousands, hundreds of thousands, right? So it's thing, because this is one of the biggest assets that we purchase, in our lifetimes. And so with any investments increase and decrease. It's a risk, right? So it's a matter of, you know, just being savvy and watching what the market is doing. And let's throw this out here. For example, let's say we're seeing neighborhoods, certain markets slowly decrease 1%, 2%. And it's showing that trend. So someone, maybe in this example, that was able to receive this contract may see, okay, you know what, I'm seeing a slow decline here, so let me renew it, you know, just in case, for a peace of mind.
Okay, so you talk about the market. Right now with the market, I'm one of those, I just tell people, buy the house. Stop sitting down there and listening to the news about the interest rate, because if not, you're not going to buy a house. Because what people don't understand, the 3% that we were getting when there was COVID, that was COVID interest rate. You know, I would probably never in my lifetime, I will probably not see that interest rate again. I know that, you know, you're in mortgage as well, Michelle, and I know that they're saying that next year we're going to be having like some price drop when it comes to the interest rates and stuff like that, which I'm excited about. But everyone, you know, the thing is, when I talk to realtors, I said, you got to realize we are the one that have to educate the people, because the news is not going to educate the people, because all they do is give you false news. Okay. And that's why they always said, make sure you're verifying your where you get your information from. You know, the news is telling you, oh, everything is high. The interest rate is high. The price of the home is high. But how much are you paying on your rent? How much are you paying for rent? You know, what people don't understand is, you know, everybody wants to put it off until next year. And then all of a sudden, everybody wants to jump in the market and then multiple offer. And then therefore you do not get a good price on the house when there's multiple offer, because a lot of people have right now, they have buyer's remorse. It's like my aunt. I am so excited. My aunt was the reason why I got into real estate. And I am so excited to know that I took her to go try and get a new house last year. And for some reason, they wanted her to sell this house. And then she would have put down all the money on the new house. So you know what? Now she calling me a couple of weeks ago, telling me she wants to sell the house that she's living in, which is a resale house she's living in. Lucky thing God didn't work it out where she ended up buying that new house, because right now, if she wanted to sell that house, there would be no equity inside of that house. Okay? There would be no equity in that house. So now I'm so excited that God just held us back. A lot of time is we don't rely on God enough to realize that God said either he's going to say yes, he's going to say no, or he's going to say wait. Okay. And sometimes we jump ahead, and that's why we fail a lot of time, you know, because we jump ahead and we make this mistake of, you know, she would have went and bought that house if they had approved it. But what happened, they took too long. So the price kept going up, up, up. So I'm so excited to know that she's actually going to sell the house that she's living in. I'm going to be putting it on the market the beginning of the year, and she's actually going to make some money on it, because she only owes X amount on it. So she's going to actually compare to the new house that she would have bought last year, and it's worth nothing, because, you know, so people have to understand the market. And for every one of us that is on here on this, that are listening in the sound of my voice, and everyone that are on here, is for us to educate the public. It's just like with this new thing that you're talking about, Michelle, we have to educate the public how it works, because if they don't understand how it works, they're not going to use it. So I'm charging everyone here, whether it's Jennifer and whether it's Beverly, whether it's is it
Parish. Yes.
Parish? Okay. I'm gonna have Parish talking a little bit and introduce herself and say what she. But everyone that is here and that are listening, because this thing here, this thing lives on Facebook or it lives on LinkedIn or it lives on YouTube. It's gonna live on there forever. Especially YouTube is my favorite because it never goes away. It lives on there forever. So people are going to be listening to this weeks after weeks after weeks after weeks, and they're going to be listening to this, or whether you're going to share it out with your people to says, hey, Viv have a podcast, that she broadcasting, and usually we're on every Sunday unless I'm tired. But this is the last one of the year because we're going on a trip to Jamaica. I'm spending my first Christmas in Jamaica in a long time. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Excited for you.
I'm so excited, and the funny thing is, the other day business was just kind of stagnant and stuff like that, but all of a sudden God picks it up, and I'm taking out buyers to go show them how. So Jennifer, you should be getting inspections soon. Inspections are coming once I can get contracts.
I appreciate that.
It's coming. Once I can get contract. I made an offer on a house yesterday for someone, so I don't know what's going to happen, but but people are actually going out there now and looking at houses, even in the holiday season. So they're serious. And the thing is, I do a lot of referral, like I said, majority of my business, and majority of these buyers already come to me pre-approved, and a lot of them already come to me loan guarantee pre-approval. So it's easy to take them out and find a house. But I'm so excited about this talk here today about referral, because just like I said, it's my baby. It's my baby. But keep in mind, a lot of times, sometimes our business is down in real estate or is down in whatever. That's why I charge everyone to find out. My coach always tell me, make sure you have 4 legs to stand on. When real estate is not working, Michelle, when whatever Michelle is doing, she can rock back on her notary. Beverly can rock back on whatever it is that she's doing. Beverly bake cakes. She baked cakes for the holiday. But we always have to remember we need 4 legs, because a lot of time we lose sleep over the money's not coming in, or too much money is going out. And that's why I said reevaluate your business at the end of the year, and stuff that you don't need on it. I remember when I go to church, one of the pastor, I don't know, remember which pastor, said, look in your checkbook and see where you write your checks to. That's what's important. You say, think about it. If you're writing your check to stuff, cut it out. If it's stuff that you don't need, cut it out, because you know what? You're just making somebody richer, making yourself poorer. So, reevaluate your business. Okay. Get rid of some of the stuff that you don't need. Things that, they're just billing you every month. They bill you for something, and you're not using it, or you're not making any money from it. So, keep that in mind. So, Michelle, go ahead and finish up your talk.
Just a couple of things I was going to say to your last point there, Viv. I follow an influencer on Instagram. He's a real estate agent in Chicago, the cowboy in real estate. And he always does segments on stop making your landlord rich. Mm-hmm. So, and that everyone pays a mortgage. If you're not paying yours, you're paying someone else's.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Take credit for saying that. That's Sean Cochran in Illinois. But it's so true. If you're able, now is the best time to buy. You keep waiting for house prices to come down or interest rates to come down, it's always going to be some type of excuse. Yes. A lot of us who have been in this real estate / mortgage space for decades, we remember when the interest rates were in the double digits, 16, 17, 18%, and so now they're in the sevens. Does the 7 sound more attractive than 2 and 3, where the rates were a couple of years ago? No, it doesn't. But guess what? This is where we are right now. Rates may peter out, maybe 6 and 5s they're forecasting now in a couple of years, but where we're at right now. And the longer we wait, you're losing equity. Someone else rich. So if you are able, anyone under the sound of my voice, if you're able to purchase, to go ahead and get with a realtor like Viv, get with an inspector with Jen, get with an appraiser, get with a lender. I was a lender prior to working as an account executive with Resi Trade, and I still want to be used as a mortgage consultant, of people wanting to know, where do I start? Where do I go? I need a realtor, I need a lender, I need an inspector, I need an appraiser. Your show's on referrals, Viv. And we always have, all of us, we should have a list of folks that we know and that we've met that we can refer people to. And it doesn't have to be a one and done and just loyal to one person only. I know thousands of realtors. I refer to Viv, I refer to other realtor partners, because everyone's going to be a good fit with everyone. Right?
Yeah.
But there's enough of everything to go around for everyone. So, consider that, when you have your referral list of plumbers, of inspectors, of lenders, appraisers, what have you, have it at your fingertips when someone is asking. That will be a great point for me to segue to the guest that's on the line here, Parrish Maynard. She is the young lady that was asking me. She said, Michelle, I'm studying to be an inspector. Do you know any inspectors? I said, you know what? And she lives in Lake County here. I said, let me ask my good friend Viv, who's a realtor, who she uses for inspections. And she gave me Jen's information, Jen, you and your husband. And so I invited her to the podcast today, and here she is. So, but yeah, we should be standing ready to help one another, have our referral list ready, and be able to share that information when the appropriate time comes.
Thank you. And that goes to say, I have my referral list. I have a list of people that I build up for many years, and just like I said, I reevaluate that list every year. If you're not sending me nothing, I'm taking you off the list. On my website, I have a list of vendors. So that's just how we do it. We have to check that list and check it twice and know that, use the people who use us. So absolutely, people. So everyone, I remember when I first started out in real estate, I used to call my inspector and I used to says, whatever it is that I was looking for, I would say, okay, let's say there was a list of people that there was a list when they were finished with their inspection, there was a list of stuff that needed to be done. I used to call my inspector and says, hey, how much do you think it is to fix the pipe? And right away he would come, he would send me back a list. He say, here, Viv, here's my list of people that I use. And I'm gonna send you an estimate sheet. And this is how much it is. If it's a washer, okay, they might charge you $100 to come out and then $20 for the washer. He give me an estimate. So then therefore I can take it back to the seller and say, Mr. Seller, we're going to need a credit of $150 in order to fix this. So every one of us on here should have a referral list of people that we refer to. And I know inspectors have a whole bunch of realtors and stuff like that, but not all the realtors refer to you. Okay. So, you have to trim that list as well, and keep that, that circle of people that uses you, and only putting out to those people. What have you done for me lately? Okay. Is the word, is a name. What have you done for me lately? One hand washes the other. So, we have to know that. That's why I'm a people person. Everybody always says every minute Viv is doing a video. Let me tell you something. I would put my camera and do a video anywhere, because that's just who I am. I'm a people person. And, sometimes we tend to be secret agent or private agents or something like that. Sometimes we tend to be that way. We can't be a secret agent. We have to go out there and help each other because we are part of a community. And I live in one of the greatest community here in Claremont, Florida. I love the people. I love the rolling hills. I love what's going on. Beverly and I, we were out yesterday. I went and looked at a new construction that's being built that while I'm away, Beverly is going to be doing a little video for the buyer that is not going to be here. And we were driving on Schofield Road. We were just driving back there because we didn't have anything to do. We were just driving around. And that's how I learned Claremont, and Mineola and Lake County. When I first got here, we were just driving around. We drive around because this is our community. When people ask us about what's the best restaurant to go to, with me, Michelle is a foodie. Okay. With me, I go out there and listen, I'm not afraid to give you a review. I am not afraid to give you a review. You better be careful because I am one of those mystery shopper. I go out there and mystery shop easily and sign up and you don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, because you're just gonna see I whip my camera out. Nowadays, I just whip my camera out. I walk into the Dollar General between Groveland and Mount Verde. I walked in there and hey, they got black people hair stuff in there. I was so excited. They got gel and they got black soap, and it's like wow, So that's why I say, sometimes we gotta step out and just just be in our community, whether it's a wine store. I Beverly like to go to the winery and buy wine, or don't forget the winery have live events every
Yes,
weekend.
yes.
Have a group of people and let's go up there and listen to some music or something like that, and get to know each other. So sometimes we don't get a chance because we're always busy working in the business. We don't really get a chance to network, other than, we're doing an open house here and we're running from there to there. Let me tell you something. I am tired this year. I am tired because I've taken so many trips. So next year I still have a lot of trips to take, but you know what? Whatever you do, remember, do it intentionally. So people
Michelle, you're a
remember,
foodie. You can come to my restaurant.
so be intentional.
Absolutely. You're going to open up a restaurant, Bev?
My house.
I'm waiting for the
I
invitation.
mean, whatever you want, just tell me. I cook it for you.
Oh, well, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to tell me twice.
So we're gonna have Parish jump in and introduce herself and say where she is and how far she's in the inspection business. And Parish, Jennifer's on. Jennifer, it's her husband that owns the inspection business, but she is the one that does a lot of the events, the socializing and networking, the advertisement, things like that. So she, but she's hands on. I'm telling you, I've never seen I've worked with a lot of team of people, and I've never seen such a hand-on person as Jennifer. And I've worked with a lot of inspectors, because inspector is what got me start really helped me out when I first started in the business. So and inspector is one of the most important thing when it comes to buying a house. Okay.
Thank you so much, Viv. I appreciate that. And hi, Parish. Nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Parish. I'm currently studying. I'm going through ICA to study to be a home inspector. And then I think maybe next month I'll take the state exam to get my license. I just wanted to know do you have any apprenticeship positions or any type of advice?
I'll have to get with Keith and see what we can do, but definitely feel free to reach out to me. I can give you all my contact information. I would love to chat with you more.
Okay. All right.
That'd be great. So, Parish, what makes you want to be an inspector?
Well, first, what got me into inspecting, wanting to do residential inspections was actually looking at TikTok and seeing field inspections, like being a property inspector. For that, you don't need a license for that, because it's not, you're pretty much doing the exterior most of the time, or like you're looking at like a work order and then you just take pictures of it and then send it to the mortgage company and have the homeowner sign for it. So you don't need a license for that. But then I started to looking and what other things do people inspect? So then started looking in like airplane inspections, and I started looking at playground inspections, and then I found home inspection. So ever since then, I became really interested in home inspection. So far, I've learned so much invaluable, like um, a lot of valuable information that like you won't learn just by being around, I guess, because I don't know. I don't come from a family of like handymen or anything like that. So I don't know that much about houses and stuff. But like getting into this, I've learned so much. And I'm still, even though I'm almost finished learning, um, the academically, I just feel like home inspection period, you're always learning something new because houses are always like developing, and people always need those who know when something doesn't look right, you know.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that. Home inspection is something. It's just like buying a house. You will never, it will never go out of business. You always need it.
Yes.
You will. I mean, I don't know how many people goes out and says I want to be a home inspector. Majority of the people say they want to be a realtor, and half of them, they said 20% is doing 80% of the work, so 80% of the people are not really working. But but I'm excited that you're learning that, because especially ladies, you really find that ladies actually want to go out and do that, and hands off to you. And then you said you don't have a lot of people that are handy in your family, so you know what, you need to start developing a vendors list, because
Yes.
just like Jennifer, if I call Jennifer and says, hey Jen, I need a handyman, even though I have my own, but sometimes you like to give out a few of them, so the buyer or the seller can actually pick from those people. So it's something that you need to start developing. Being in the business, you have to start developing your referral lists. You have to start developing your vendors list. You have to start developing your realtors list. Okay, because your realtors is going to be the person who supplies you with a lot of the business. And if you don't know any realtor, your business is going to be dead. Join the organization. With me, I'm a part of just about every kind of organization. I'm a part of Women's Council. I'm a part of International Property Specialist. I'm a part of all of these places, because you know what, I want to make sure that when I reach out to people, they know who I am. So don't be a secret inspector, because if not, I can tell you right now, you're not going to do well. If you're a secret inspector, you got to reach out. You can't be private. Okay, you got to reach out. You got to talk to people. You got to talk to realtor. You got to go visit their events. You got to go sponsor their events. You got to go to their whatever you want to, you can go to, in order to get to know these people. Okay, because you got to get to know them. If they know you, they will use you. If they don't know you, they're not going to use you. I can tell you that much. And that's why I talk about Jen all the time, because I have other inspectors, but there's none of them that are out there like how Jen is always out there, and she's always out there to help, and she's always out there, and trust me, I know a lot of inspectors, and I sold hundreds of houses, so I know a lot of inspectors, and every single one of them has to get inspected. You will not
Yes.
pull out a contract with me and not get your house inspected, even if it's brand new. You're getting a house inspection.
I know you sold us. You sold us our house.
Yeah. I sold you your house.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yes. That's good.
Yeah. Michelle was like, "Oh, Vivian." I'm like, "Wait, what Vivian?" She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, she's Jamaican." I was like, "She's Jamaican? That sounds like the person that sold us our house."
Okay, all right, girl. All right. I got to see if I can find your information. A lot of my information. Oh, my Facebook page got hacked, by the way. So it's I can't find people. All of my people from Vineland, New Jersey, where I
Oh
graduated
yeah,
high
we're from
school.
New Jersey.
Yes, I cannot find them, because every time I request them, Facebook tell me I'm not their friends, and they won't let me request them. So forgive me. So I'm just finally building my page back. But girl, you got to get yourself out there. You got to talk to people. You got to get connected to people. You got to go visit events. They said it take money to make money. And
Yes.
I mean, right now I cut back on a lot of things because business was kind of slow a little bit. It's picked back up again, but you gotta be able to adjust and balance yourself.
Absolutely.
If it's busy, you go with the busyness. If it's slow, you go with the slowness. Okay.
Yes.
Because being in real estate, it's a roller coaster, and it's going to be the same thing with you when it comes to the inspection. It's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be up 1 minute, down the other. But it's for you to educate the public and everybody that you come across. Always remember, when you talk to them, hand them your business card, tell them what you do, who you are. I have a realtor for you. I have a lender for you. I have whatever it is that you have. I have people for you. So that's why I said you got to start developing your vendors list. You need a vendors list, and you need a referral list of always, be making sure that you're connected to people in your community. Be in your community. Go sponsor a table. Okay. Go sponsor a table and give out your information. Okay. Whether get some brochure together and hand it out. Why should you get a home inspection? Girl, I know Jen has a lot of that stuff, so she's going to help you out with a lot of that stuff, and talk to her husband. Maybe, it'll work out where you can probably shadow them so you can see what to do. And who knows, because I know most inspectors start out with one person, and then all of a sudden they get tired, and then what they do, they hire and train other inspectors. Because I know that, because I know when I started in real estate, it was a mom, and just like how Jen and her husband, it was two person, a husband and a wife. and then all of a sudden, he hired another person. Then all of a sudden, he got his insect lighting or WDO license, whatever it is. So it's always something that's continuous. So you always got to be growing your business. So good for you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining, Parrish. And I want to just piggyback with what you were just saying about, you have a short list, if you will. And I actually, if folks that are on your referral list, they should be thoroughly vetted and would hire them. I unfortunately had an instance where I referred someone for and it's to inspect a home. Basically, this is before I knew about Jen, and because my list of inspectors is a short list, and unfortunately, the person I referred the information to came back and said, Michelle, they didn't call me back. I asked them for their license, which my builder was asking. I didn't get it. And so she moved on and used someone else. So, we want to be sure for on anyone's referral list that we are given 150% and being professional, being timely, and sense of urgency and communicating, so that we can stay on the referral list and continue that of being referred, that we can live off referrals, because you're not going to refer folks that aren't doing a good job and aren't responsive.
That is so true. Yeah, that is so true about being vetted. Be responsible. Be responsive. What I do is okay. So before they used to set it up where you had to give out 3 inspectors. Okay. And now they change it where we don't have to give out 3 inspectors anymore. So what I do is each person, what I do is send them the referral individually, because I don't have to give out 3 anymore. So if I send a referral to Jen, and that's one thing with her. Okay, I send a referral. I will set it up. I will say, okay, Jen, this person is I put 10 days on the contract, but the seller says they want 7 days. So can you do it in 7 days? So she said, yeah, girl, just call my husband. And sure enough, I call him and he says, yeah, we can get it done and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying. That's what Michelle is saying. You got to vet these people. And if you send a referral and the referral call that person and they do not respond, take them off the list. Okay, because it's your name. Okay, take them off the list, because time is of the essence. If it's an inspection that needs to be done in 7 days, and here you are waiting 1 or 2 days for them to call you back, you only have 4 days left over. And that's not going to cut it for me. I'm telling you, I'm a sergeant. Okay, I don't joke. Okay, what I guess I'm just think I'm all of that. But what I say, that's what I mean. Okay, if I don't mean it, I'm not going to say it. When you ask me about if I can do something, I'm going to say I'm going to check my calendar. Okay, because my calendar is busy. I serve on 3 board of directors. Okay, so I have to make sure. And then if I don't show up for those meetings, if you miss 3 meetings, you're gone. So I have to make sure I said I'm checking my calendar. Right now, they already have me booked to go to Tallahassee. They have me booked to go to Chicago. They have, my schedule is booked out. I'm even going to wherever it is that NAR is next year. They already have me all booked for all of those things already. So I always have to be saying that I have to check my calendar. So be responsive whenever it is that somebody sends a refer to you. Okay. So, but great conversation, man. Great conversation. This is really awesome. You are all that. Thanks for having me. Love it. Thanks, Jen. But that's what we do. We work with each other. We work with people who get it done. With Michelle I'm going to tell you a little joke about Michelle. Michelle is one of those that I will send. I'm one of those. I'm a 1-word person. If she sends me a message, I say yes, no. Michelle will send you a book. When it comes to a text message, it's like, girl, I don't need a book. All I need is just yes or no. I'm that type of person, yes or no kind of person. I'm straight to the fact.
On that for 2024, Viv, I got to honest, because my mother was a teacher, and so I like to write, so I need to learn to just get straight to the point, because like you were saying, time is of essence, and at the end of the day, time is money, right? And so, but yeah, so, when you're on these deadlines, with the inspections has to be done, the appraisals have to be done, this is a business transaction. We got to get it moving. People are waiting, for things to be done so that the transaction can close. And I'm going to do a little cheesy circle back for the home price index protection. It is one of those products too, to help just differentiate and to move the product along. If you got any real estate agents on the line here, if you've got products, if you have a listing that's been on the market for over, what is it, Viv? things are moving 45 to 60 days now.
Yeah, I was saying I know we're right now. I think an average is 90 days. There, a lot of them are staying on the market about 90 days and under. Yeah,
that's crazy. Well, I'll put my information in the chat there to see what we could do to help you push that listing along and get that to the infamous clear to close stage. So it's meant to be added to your listing to draw attraction, attention, and to ask questions. And of course, as I mentioned, it is a benefit to all parties involved. Home price protection, and I'll just put that in there for
okay.
folks.
You can jot it in the chat right there. All right, we've been saying a lot, Beverly. We're gonna give you the floor to talk. You can talk about anything that anybody else been talking about. You can ask questions on it.
Hey, Michelle, I do not quite understand your business. Probably we can talk about it off camera.
Yes, we could definitely line about it. I just put information to know and give me a call because it is probably. Yeah. But as I mentioned earlier, Bev, it's a new product. It's a new product. Give peace of mind to the buyer, and it's to help the seller move the transaction and to save money instead of dropping the listing costs, and it protects against the home value falling against any unforeseen market downturns. I'm going to put the website in there too, and so you can look at it and then just do a cursory review, and then I can get with you offline and go over a little bit further with you.
So the home index price is like a price guaranteed. So let's say, for example, I don't know. Let's say, for example, your house went down $5,000, Michelle. What will happen with you when you have that index? You purchase that protection. What will happen?
The protection, number one, is in certain markets. It's not in all markets, but it is in our market. Who's on the phone here today? The agreed threshold of the decline is 10 to 20%. So if you bought a home for $500,000 and it decreased 15%, that's in with that 10 to 20% threshold that we're going to do a payout. It's in the midpoint. So we would pay on a $50,000 home protection plan, $25,000 would go out of that automatically without any claims or an appraisal of the house to be sold. So it's a threshold. So the market would have to decline your house value from the day that you purchased it, or the purchase price, or what it's currently worth would have to be 10 to 20% less, and then that's when you would get the payout. And and the payout, how it's paid out, or what determines the payout is the expiration date on the contract, and the contracts are only a year. So if you purchased it today, it would be a year from today. Then we would look at, okay, this property here at ABC Main Street, has it gone down 10 to 20%? If it has, then you'll get a payout accordingly to based upon what that percentage is, if it did go down. If it did not, let's say it didn't go down at all, or prices went down 1%, or they went up, you're just not going to get any payout at all. But that was in place though for peace of mind in case it did, do something in that threshold range, so that you would get some kind of leverage on equity loss.
Okay. So in other words, you are guaranteeing the price of home to be at the price they bought it?
We're not guaranteeing. It's not a guarantee. No, it's a peace of mind. It's a protection plan. It's a protection plan, meaning, should the market decrease 10 to 20% of what you purchased it at, then we're going to give you a payout a year from that purchase contract that the contract was purchased.
So the guarantee is that if it drops 10 to 20,
right. So it's a guarantee, really.
Right.
Well, but we can't that the prices aren't going to go down. That you get
right. But he's just telling you if it does, then right.
Yes.
Yes, Biv. I'm Biv.
Right. If it does, then yes. Right. Yeah. Right. Because nothing is guaranteed. The only thing is guaranteed. We were born, and we know we're gonna die. Those are guaranteed, but anything else is just a toss up.
So the magic numbers are between 10 to 20%. That is the threat of the market buying
Mhm.
that's compared against the price that you bought the home, or the value of the home.
So that's basically on new activations. If you bought a house today or tomorrow, but
Yeah.
not a person who actually have their house
Right.
for so long.
Right. Correct.
It's a new.
Right. So what happened is, what is she's saying is, when the house is on the market, the seller would purchase it for the buyer. So the buyer would then that contract would last a year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Contract date. And it's not only used in that particular situation either. Bev, you can buy it now for your own house, your own home as well. So it could be for current homeowners as well. So you could buy it for yourself. So anyone can buy this contract. On the side, the buyer, if you're a buyer's agent like Viv is, buyer or seller, you walk on both sides of the track. For the buyer, if you have a buyer that's kind of on the fence of, prices are high, I don't want to buy, I want to come down. You, on the flip side, you can say, you know what, you can ask the seller to buy this home price protection in case the rates do come down. You have this as a peace of mind, if you will. And then on the seller side, of course, the seller can offer it to the buyer, as an incentive, along with any price inductions or in lieu of price inductions, to have as a peace of mind.
So how the pricing works?
The pricing is based on, that's a very good question. So it's called Home Price Index Protection. So it's an index that has been created by ResiTrade, which is the company I work for. And the index is on the website that I put in the chat there, www.resitrade, that's REZITRADE.com. And every day you can look and you can see the markets that we serve, if it's been a decline or an appreciation or incline in that particular market. So, and the index is based upon, it is objective. It's not subjective like some of the indices like Zillow and Redfin. This is objective and based upon actual county records of homes sold and actual appreciation. It's a whole algorithm, if you will, and it's also on the website if you want to look at the index methodology. But in a nutshell, it's looking at actual data. It's data-based, index-driven, on actual sales in certain markets. Property types are another one. But it's updated daily, that index that's on the website. And so you can see what the market is doing. So someone that has this contract can actually look every day and say, oh, what is my market doing? Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Has it stayed the same? So yeah, great question.
All right. So what we're gonna do is Beverly, you can have a one-on-one with Michelle. So she can answer any other question that you may have. So we're getting ready to log off or end this conversation. Now, is there anything that anyone else, what do you guys plan for the holiday? Mine is just to relax the last part of the year, just kind of just chill and just kind of relax and unwind, and then get ready for my next year. We wish all the family that's in the sound of my voice, we wish every single one a happy New Year's, and just remember just to take some downtime and just enjoy life, because life is it's fragile. It's short. You never know when you're not going to wake up. You never know when it's your last day. This week I'm going to a funeral for the doctor that I used to work with. I started working with that doctor when I was 18 years old, and he retired, and him and his wife was taking some people to volunteer. He volunteered taking some people to Disney, and I guess somebody was driving too fast and hit the bus that they were on, and his wife got flown out. So and she was in a coma for a few days after that. They disconnected her. So we're going to the funeral this coming Friday. But just such a sad thing. I knew her ever since I was young. They're the one I used to call them, my mom and my dad, because when my mom wasn't here, they're the one that took care of me because I was so young when I got started with them. So I called him my mom and my dad, and I remember I'd wake up and go in there and I'm crying, and I said, my hair is a mess, and he said, what can I do for you? Because I was so young, and he took me underneath his wings. But life is fragile, so make sure you spend time with your family, make sure you spend some downtime, make sure you enjoy life, because you never know when it's your last.
And don't forget to include your maker.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's the most important thing.
well, I mean, for me, he's always there. You know, when I wake up and I said I'm not getting enough sleep because I go to bed, I'm reading it. I wake up, I'm reading it. So, you know, so therefore, you know, he's always in the center of mine. I stay up. I told my husband said, why you're not getting enough sleep? It just seems like every time I get to go to bed, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up, I'm praying. It's like I get up, I make sure I set my alarm clock. I'm waking up, praying. So you got to remember, you know, when I started out this broadcast today, you know, we said that God is in control of everything, and we have to know that he's the one that why you switch from where you are, Michelle, you know, because you know what, once you got to let him take control. Let him
rule your life.
Let him take the wheel, because when he takes the wheel and you be patient, you're not going to make any mistake. But when we go on our own will, you know, that's when we tend to make a lot of mistakes. Okay.
Absolutely. You asked what we're going to do. I'm going to call Bev and ask her to make my Christmas dinner.
Yeah. You know, Christmas dinner is at my
and Michelle,
my cousin's house again. She's having Christmas dinner as well, where you went the last time.
Really? Is that an invite?
Yeah, so she's having Christmas dinner as well. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Well, beautiful. Well, I can make something this time. I have enough time.
Right. So I'll text her and tell her that you're going to be coming, since I will not be in the United States, and I'm going to be turning up.
I was going to invite Michelle, but since she wants someplace else,
you know,
that's
so,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be on airplane mood, so I'm just going to take my husband said be on vacation, so I'm just going to be on vacation. So, but anyway, it's been great. I thank you guys for joining. You know, it's been awesome. This was a great conversation, and I enjoy you guys, and have a happy holidays, and may God be in the center of whatever it is that you're planning. Any last saying?
Amen.
Amen.
Any last thing anybody has to say?
That's it. Amen.
All right. Well, okay. So I'm going to thank you guys for listening. Viv the Caribbean team, preferred real estate brokers selling the American dream. Remember, the home buyers class start next year again for Orange County. It's going to be the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think it is, for next year. If anyone is looking to register, if anyone needs some free money, and there's lots of money out there, you know, whether you're looking to buy or looking to sell, contact my team and I will be happy to help you, because, you know, that's what we do. We sell the American dream here in Central Florida. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you.
See you, Bev.
All right.
Thank you for listening. See you on the next episode of Your Voice Matters.